looks at the title and the thumbnail, puts in the comments, "Oh, wait a minute, Frozen. I thought you were supposed to review Godzilla Minus One. Where is it? Where's your Godzilla Minus One review?" Okay, I just want to make this quick. If anyone asks me where is my Godzilla Minus One review, honestly, guys, I don't really feel like reviewing it anymore. The reason why is because I feel like it's recognized enough already. Like, my opinion on the film, honestly, it's not very unique. I pretty much have the popular opinion on the movie. The only thing that's unpopular is that there are better movies 2023. It is in my top 10 favorite movies of 2023, but I still stand by putting it at number 10 in my best movies 2023 list. But I don't really have anything to add that everyone else says. You know, they say Godzilla Minus One is amazing because it has great characters who you can root for and be invested with. There's great characters. There's great human drama. There's a great deep story to it, and you got some amazing, mind blowing action scenes. Yeah, it's pretty much just the fan base is just blown up by it. And this is like kind of like this got the Top Gun Maverick treatment. Yeah. I don't have anything else to add, so I as much as I would love to review the movie, I just don't really know what to say that hasn't been said already. But here's a movie that I'm going to be reviewing that where I have a unique opinion on. So let's get into it. So yeah, hey guys, this is Frozen Ding Studios here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I am going to be doing a review on Miller's Girl. So yeah, Miller's Girl is a new original film that, yeah, this is a B movie that probably you guys have never heard of. So yeah, but if you guys have never heard of this film before, let me explain. So yeah, Miller's Girl came out just this month in January 2024, and is directed by Jade Halle Bartlett, and it stars Jenna Ortega, Martin Freeman, Gideon Aldon, Bashir Saladuin. He was in Top Gun Maverick, by the way. Dagmar Domin, how do you pronounce her name? And Christine Adams. Yeah, very few people in this movie. And so basically, the plot for Miller's Girl, it tells the story of this young, creative teenager named Caro Sweet, played by Jenna Ortega, who apparently who attends this school. And she's in this creative writing class, which is being taught by Martin Freeman's character, the title character, the main character, Jonathan Miller, who teaches some creative writing in a very complex, unorthodox sort of way. Well, if unorthodox is the right word to use. And so yeah, so Cairo gets very so into Miller, and I mean in kind of a very obsessive way. So obsessive way. So yeah, the two of them are pretty much very obsessed with each other. Cairo just really admires Miller a lot, and yeah, so they both share this bonding. They both bond, and then they both get into a sexual relationship. Even though Miller has a wife and Cairo is a lesbian, because apparently she's lesbian with her roommate slash best friend named Winnie. So yeah, but one day their relationship causes toxicity, as basically this relationship makes Cairo get a little more aggressive, as you know, when Miller like gives Cairo an assignment to write something like inspired by something, and she can do whatever she wants. She writes a story that's connected to Miller and Cairo's relationship, which Miller finds offensive and not suitable for her school. But this assignment creates tension between the two, and yeah, conflicts, and even conflicts with the other supporting characters as well. So yeah, that's a plot for it. So yeah, I think you guys have heard me talk about this movie on my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2024 list. I know I know everyone who saw that video would have been shocked about it. They'd be like, "Wait, what's Miller's Girl? What is this?" So yeah. Now trust me, guys, I have not heard of this movie as well until last month, last December, like early December, where I saw the trailer for Miller's Girl. I've never heard of it upon announcement. I didn't even know that January Ortega had a movie like this. I think she had another new movie, but I just forgot what it's called. But I do know, yeah. She's pretty much busy right now. Busy right now, but yeah. Immediately when I saw Miller's Girl up here in my recommendations, I immediately clicked on it and watched it. And I was like, okay, I'm definitely watching this. Like just immediately before I watched the trailer, I saw Jenna Ortega in the thumbnail, and I was already interested in watching it because you guys know I'd watch anything my celebrity crushes stars, and you already know how much of a Jenna Ortega fanboy I am. But the trailer really showed something that isn't just, oh, I want to watch this movie because of Jenna Ortega, and I'm going to like this movie because of Jenna Ortega. There was something in this movie that seemed like it was going to be something truly special, and that's what got my interest. This is my most anticipated movie of the month, of this entire month, and yeah, and I think you guys probably know where I'm going with this. So yeah, I know it may seem like I'm just blindly overhyping this movie just because January tickets in it, but I gotta say, yeah, I saw this movie last Wednesday on an opening day in theaters, and I gotta say, this was something. Yeah, it's not the case. I did not just be like, oh, I love this movie, January tickets this, so I'm gonna blindly ignore the flaws. No, it's not that. It really is that good. That good. It's actually like kind of like the whale of January Ortega movies. What I mean by that is that I watched the movie just for Saising being in it, but then you got something out of it where you can literally just love the movie without just being biased towards the actress in it. That's how the same thing I felt about Miller's Girl. Miller's Girl. And I know, the current state of January movies. I know people just love to hate on January. But honestly, like, get this movie getting a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, it honestly kind of upsets me. Like that the critics that hate this word. Come on, have you not, like, what happened to critics that giving January Ortega the attention it deserves? Why is it that every time a new movie with with one of my favorite actresses comes out, that they just automatically give it a low score? I mean, that happens a lot. That happens with some of January Ortega's other movies. Yeah, yeah, the whale's Rotten Tomatoes score is kind of harsh. It was like in the 60s. It definitely should be higher. Definitely should be higher than that. And wait, there's something else. Oh yeah, and also plus the fact that I bet the critics only gave this a very harsh rating. They only did that just because it's a January movie, and so they pretty much have a checklist on what kind of movies to be biased against. And one of them is January. So yeah, that the critics would be like yeah, the critics would be like, oh, if it's a January movie, automatic negative review. So yeah, be they just be far too quick to just dismiss this movie just because it's a January movie. I mean, it doesn't deserve this rating at 25%. Really, that's like on the same level as Night Swim. Yeah, Night Swim was horrible. Like, I hate it. I despise Night Swim. It is Night Swim is, well, if you don't count the Sandy Chicks movie, despite it wasn't initially released yet, then Night Swim, if you didn't count the Sandy Chicks movie, then Night Swim would have been my least favorite movie of the year so far. Yeah. But yeah, here I'm here to give you all a more unique opinion on the film and more honest. I am 1,000,000% not where the critics of this one, because Miller's Girl, I think this movie is a masterpiece. This movie is a masterpiece, and yeah, but of course, yeah. Let's get this out of the room first. Jenna Ortega once again just proves she can do no wrong. Like she gives us such a very mature performance. Yeah, like yes, this I will admit this is not one of my favorite Jenna Ortega performances. Especially with her some of her other films like Wednesday, other projects like Wednesday series and the Scream sequel. The sequel era, the Radio Silent Scream films, yeah, she was way better in those. Yeah, Tara Carpenter is still my favorite Jenna Ortega performance, by the way. But I will say this is slightly a step above Fire Sky. The Fire Sky, but yeah, this movie really left me speechless after. It was a very intense film that tackled a lot of heavy subject matters that people need to take into consideration. Yes, I get the controversy surrounding this film. Yes, a teacher and student relationship. It's disgusting, and plus the fact that Martin Freeman is in his 50s and Kairos and Jared Ortega is in her 20s. So seeing both Martin Freeman and Jared Ortega kiss, and yes, they did kiss in one scene in the film. It is just very gross, but it was handled very well thanks to the directors being aware of this topic of underage grooming, and so yeah, they're able to pretty much talk about this topic in a negative way and explain to the audience why this is not good. Yes, I know they did it, but that's pretty much the whole point of the message because, of course, characters need to show audience that they're doing something bad in order for them to, for audiences to learn. But the important thing is that there will be a consequence after, so that the audiences can learn. Can learn, yeah. Can learn, yeah. And there's also like other topics as well, such as obsessiveness, like idolizing someone. How idolizing someone can lead to toxicity and all that stuff, and how it can even ruin that person's reputation, like how Cairo in this movie would idolize Miller so much up to the point where, like what I said, they got into a romantic relationship, but that really affected Miller's life probably worse than Cairo, yeah. And yeah, Martin Freeman certainly gives one of his best performances. I absolutely loved Martin Freeman in this one, and yeah, and pushing all the messaging aside and the subject matter, I think the writing is very sharp. There's a lot of clever dialogue here, especially when it comes to Jenna Ortega's how do I say this, her monologues, in the beginning, like, and a lot of times when she's like pretty much narrating her thoughts, that was actually clever. And honestly, yeah, it kind of reminded me of The Killer, but I think this one did it better. Yeah, yeah. Considering that this movie is labeled a comedy, like in IMDb, I was honestly kind of worried that a comedy was going to ruin this um, because in IMDb, this was labeled comedy was labeled as one of its genres. So I was going in. I will admit, I was kind of worried that the comedy was going to ruin this movie because the trailer made this look like a straight drama. But damn, I mean, they were able to blend the comedy and drama well. There's quite little comedy in this one, and it was kind of enough for this movie to be labeled as a comedy, but this is more of a drama movie. This is more of an erotic drama because of everything I just said. Very, and if you know what erotic means, then you'll pretty much understood what this movie was trying to go for. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. This movie is beautiful to look at as well. The cinematography, the way it looks. This is a B movie. This is an indie movie. This is a small scale movie. Despite it was made by a big studio, aka Lionsgate, it still felt it's very indie and very low budget. But they did a really good job at how do I say it? Yeah, they did a really good job at the technicalities. The cinematography is gorgeous, especially those rain shots. Man, I can't get enough of those amazing rain shots. Yeah, I also love that one scene where the banter between Caro and Miller when they're both separated, and then we get to hear them sharing their thoughts. Like, not really sharing the thoughts, but rather reading the essay that Cairo wrote. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can like hear the essay in their minds, and it you can hear the essay of Cairo in the background, specifically the writing that made that 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 causes conflict. Yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah, you can see like Cairo writing and then Miller just checking it, and then both of them like just read it. And here in the audio background, that is actually brilliant right there. That is actually a genius idea right there. Yeah, and yeah, overall, yeah, and this movie does work at 92 minutes because 92 minutes. I think that this was a fitting runtime. It's not too long. It didn't feel slow at all. I think it was a very tight script. It told everything that needed to be told in just that 92 minutes, and yeah, it really left me engaged from start to finish. There was never a scene that I didn't care for. I didn't even think there was a dull moment at all. Yeah, maybe rewatchability factor. I don't know if I'll actually rewatch this, but yeah, this movie just is just really good. Yeah, it left me on the edge of my seat. The third act had a lot of suspenseful moments, a lot of tension that really left me on the edge of my seat, just really waiting, getting curious on how is this movie gonna end. Yeah, I just keep asking myself, how is this movie gonna end? Yeah. So overall, Miller's Girl is an underrated gem. This movie doesn't deserve any of the hate it gets. I think it's clear that the critics are just biased against January movies. They just love to hate on January. Like no matter how good it is, they'll still hate on it for being a January movie. But I don't care what they say. This is so much better than people make it out to be. And I know that this movie has only been reviewed by very few people. So yeah, if you haven't seen Miller's Girl yet, I highly recommend you all to watch this movie. Don't listen to Rotten Tomatoes score. Don't listen to all those fake reviews. Just listen to me and but trust me when I say this movie is good. You don't have to like it just because I like it doesn't mean you shouldn't. But all I'm asking is just give this movie a chance. So yeah, with that said, I'm going to give Miller's Girl 5 stars out of 5. Masterpiece movie. Yeah, first flawless movie 2024. Not even Society of the Snow, which is objectively the best movie of the year, couldn't even make it to 5 stars due to some minor flaws with that. Yeah, you guessed it. This is the best movie of January and the best movie of my favorite movie of the year so far. Yeah, until Dune Part 2, because Dune Part 2, I know that's gonna happen. So yeah, that's all for my review. What are you interested in seeing this movie? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos to come, more parts of my Frozen Awards. Bye guys.